John M. Lewis has spent his life making people smile. It's often through his work as a dentist, but just as frequently because of his giving spirit, his quiet leadership, his prayerful approach to all he does.
I just wanted to be able to work in an area where I could be both a scientist and an artist. I like to be able to think in a very linear manner that follows a protocol, but I like to be creative. And dentistry is one of the few areas where I'd be able to do that and achieve some real satisfaction, and at the same time be able to help other people. I really focus in two different ways. I want to be of help to young people as they are forming, as they're making plans for their life's future, so that they can be encouraged in the direction that they're best suited for.
So John was involved in both as assistant scoutmaster and scoutmaster at Troop 524, where he really impacted youths as they were developing their leadership skills for the future. It was really amazing. He would take these kids and put them into really challenging situations where they would apply what they knew and what their experiences were to really solve challenges that really created some more self-reliance and showed them and gave them the confidence that they really could do things that they didn't know they could do before.
And I also like to be able to use my skills within dentistry. So as a dentist, over the last 20 years or more, I've contributed time to the Good Samaritan Clinic of World Impact Ministries. And during my years as the chair of the Sedgwick County Board of Health, I helped affirm the fact that the county was continuing to serve children through their dental clinic as a small component of the service that they bring to healthcare for the entire community.
John was involved in the Christian Medical and Dental Association primarily to be involved in some short-term mission work, where he actually had opportunity to teach dentistry in the former Soviet Union.
I found that the dentists that I interacted with there were exceptionally bright. They had wonderful senses of humor, and they were deeply compassionate in the care of their patients.
Following the example of his father and grandfather before him, John Lewis has dedicated his life to contributing to the betterment of others.
I was asked to serve on the board of Friends University about 12 years ago because my family, my grandparents and my father had been deeply plugged into the university, either as students or as an adjunct professor. During that time, we have together on the board helped reaffirm an intentional Christian mission for Friends University, returning the school really to its historic roots.
John's been the board chair well before I was actually involved with the board, and he talked with me about what was important in terms of really telling the story of Friends University. And what I found in my initial conversations with John is that he was less concerned about the amount of money raised and more concerned about making sure people understood the value, the great benefit of having Friends University here in Wichita.
Also, one of the things that I'm very much an advocate for at Friends University is the Apprentice Institute for Christian Spiritual Formation.
Called the Apprentice Institute because we're becoming apprentices of Jesus, and that means that we are learning from the master teacher, Jesus himself, about life and how to live life and how to love one another. And so that historically has been the mission of Friends. And so when John understood what we were trying to do, he saw it as a perfect fit with what Friends was really all about.
John called sometime early last year and wanted to know if I'd be willing to serve on the Presidential Search Committee for Friends University. Even that request alone was sort of vintage John Lewis as I've come to know him over the years. He was thinking outside the box and wanted to bring some community representatives, Fred Berry and Bob and I, on to sort of give it a little different perspective and maybe a different ear to the things that were going on at Friends University. And I enjoyed the time so much, if for no other reason than to watch John work and manage the conversations going on and to do the thing that he understood was maybe one of the most important events in the last several years, maybe a decade at Friends University.
We brought in a new president who began on July the 1st, Dr. Amy Carey, and she is doing wonderful things.
What drew me to Friends University was really John's commitment and dedication to the university and the Christian mission, the Quaker heritage, and John just really embodied the welcoming spirit of Friends University. That we seek to be a university that extends this mission and this opportunity to people of all backgrounds, and to be a light in this community.
John Lewis's strong faith is communicated to others quietly and sincerely as his conviction that we all need to leave the world a better place. Even if it's only one person with one radiant smile to share with others, that's enough. And that's why John Lewis is the recipient of this year's Leadership Through Faith Award.